We all know the MCU introduced a couple of new heroes and an amazing new multiversal story in its fourth phase, and have continued ever since. However, fans don't seem to be done grieving the deaths of some of their favorites, from Romanoff to Vision to Tony Stark or Iron Man. The fact that Tony Stark didn't make it out alive indeed crushed the hearts of many. However, on the other hand, we have others who believe that he just may not be dead. And it's quite easy to see the sense in that, seeing that a great part of the MCU was built around Stark. I mean, why would they just allow a huge vacuum in the MCU? This is why so many have chosen to believe that he probably may not be dead, and may even be making a comeback soon. So, in today's video, we will be looking at 5 reasons that prove that Tony Stark might not be dead. Number 1. Artificial intelligence. Tony Stark always had a thing for artificial intelligence, from Jarvis to his assistant, Friday. And so while this may just be mere speculations, a huge probable scenario in which the MCU brings Stark back on the scene could be through artificial intelligence. And that definitely wouldn't seem out of play. In fact, in one of Marvel's comic storylines, Stark created an AI version of himself as some sort of backup to preserve his essence if his human form failed. In that storyline, Stark downloaded this essence onto a device and delivered it to the child prodigy known as Riri Williams. And so, this AI would assist Riri in building a new suit of armor for Ironheart. However, many believe that Stark already accomplished this by backing himself up to the cloud. Plus, others have also said that the projection of Tony after his demise was actually the AI essence. Whatever the case, with a new Avengers team coming together with younger members emerging, this AI essence could serve as a mentor for the young Avengers, or even more, he could be the perfect AI for his newly updated roster like Jarvis. Number 2. Alternate reality. Another way we could be getting Stark on the screen could be with an alternative reality. While this may not have been completely explored yet, the fact that it's already been introduced means there is a chance. Already, in Avengers Endgame, we saw Nebula travel to the past to retrieve the Power Stone. If you saw the movie, you know that. Unknown to the others, the original Nebula had actually been captured by her past self, who returned back to the mainline MCU reality. She, therefore, goes on to bring Thanos and his army into this reality, along with the alternate reality Gamora. That aside, it's clear that in an alternate reality, Gamora was able to live perfectly in this new reality without any issues. And so, with the time travel technology still very much in existence, it could present an option to bring Stark back on the mainline in the next Avengers movie. Number 3. Temporary resurrection. For those who've read enough Marvel comics, the Chaos War series is one you should be quite familiar with. The story revolved around a cosmos-shaking conflict masterminded by the Chaos King that led to the resurrection of many deceased Marvel heroes like Vision and the original Captain Marvel. This later ended with the Grim Reaper killing all the Avengers and the Vision killing him in return. Of course, things may not happen exactly like this. However, it serves as the perfect example to imagine what resurrecting Tony Stark would look like in a subsequent MCU movie. Even while some of the Avengers died in this fight, some others survived the madness. Therefore, we can't completely rule out a case of Tony having a second chance at life, though temporary. Number 4. Afterlife. On the other hand, there could also be a case of an afterlife, as we have seen in Marvel Comics. The same concept could easily be adapted into the new MCU technology, especially with the Avengers trying their hands on quantum physics. It could either be a case of repurposing the time travel machine to go into the afterlife, or even more, experiencing the Soul World with the Soul Stone. Remember, this was where Thanos had met with Gamora after he snapped his fingers. With that, finding Stark and bringing him home to us could be entirely possible. Number 5. Conditional resurrection. Finally, another brilliant idea to have Stark just one more time on our screens could be a conditional resurrection. If you ever read Annihilation: Scourge, then you probably remember the Negative Zone, where Human Torch was resurrected just to be tortured. Thankfully, he was able to defeat the insect's leader of the Negative Zone, Anhelios, and then find his way back to Earth. Most people today have tried to compare the Negative Zone to the Quantum Realm, and have even concluded that the Quantum Realm is an MCU version of the Negative Zone. The point is, while Johnny or Human Torch was able to make it back to Earth, his resurrection was painful. And as sad as that may be, what if? I mean, what if Tony was to have the same experience? Even though Thanos may be long gone, there just might be someone else who hated Stark for saving the world. This person may take the chance to get his fair share of knocking Tony around, and just like Johnny, Stark will come out victorious and find his way home. It is important, though, that you remember that these are only speculations and not facts, but we can all agree that there is indeed a long list of ways to have the big brains of Tony Stark back on the screen, while all of these scenarios point to a chance of Tony Stark returning. Whatever happens, we'll be here rooting for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and feel free to point us to any more scenarios of a return in the comments below. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell notification for more updates. Thank you very much for watching.